Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley.
Man, that's Travis Green. Yes.
Sir.
Always make a way. I know you got a good word this morning.
Hey, thank you for this, Ricky, because this song goes out to those whose backs have been against the wall. When your back is against the wall, it's because life has pushed you, and as a consequence, it has cornered you, and now you're trying to figure out how you're going to make it out. Your back is against the wall. It looks like life is going to beat you and defeat you. Your back is against the wall. You feel stuck like Chuck in a situation that is insufferable. Your back is against the wall, but this song says, even when your back is against the wall, we serve a God who specializes when life is at its worst. That's when God is at God's best. And somehow, where there is no way, God will make a way. And that's the word I drop in everybody's spirit as you begin your day. And that is, we serve a God who is a way maker. And the song says, I don't know how, but you did it. Here it is. We can testify, since God is a way maker, we don't know how God is going to do it, but we know who can do it. We don't know how God is going to open up a door, but I know who. God will open up a door. So you may not know how, but you turn to the God above you who is able to keep you in the midst of all that is around you and then make a way for you. I don't know how, but I do know who. And since I know who, I'll simply say what God can do. God is able to work things out while you're trying to figure things out. I like that right there, because there have been moments when I look back over my own life where I'm trying to figure stuff out, and God is behind my back working things out. So know that right now. When God makes a way, when you're trying to figure it out, I promise you God is working things out. But then here's the other piece. In the meantime, which can be a mean time, God will give you the strength. God will give you the energy. God will give you what is positive to withstand what is negative, while God is in the process of making a way out of no way. And then when God makes a way, it will blow your mind. As a matter of fact, God will shout from heaven, surprise, that door opened. Surprise, the right thing happened at the right time. Surprise, God gave you just what you needed when you needed it. Surprise, God made a way out of no way. You made a way, especially when my back was against the wall.
Oh, man, Pastor Haynes, that's a good word this morning. Let everybody know, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. How can you be reached?
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Thank you, man.
No, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, got your front page up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 10 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the segment being brought to you by Urban One. This right here make a difference in one of the most important elections of our lifetime. Register to vote today at newsone.com/vote. Brought to you by Urban One, and one vote represent the vote. All right, so make sure y'all check it out. Brett, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, sitting in for Eva Marcel with the front page news. So the Senate has approved a short-term spending bill to keep the federal government operating through December 11th. It was passed last night, just hours before a partial shutdown would have kicked in. Meanwhile, talks continue between congressional Democrats and the White House on another COVID-19 relief package. The House is expected to vote this week on their $2 trillion stimulus proposal. Also, Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron is now he has until noon tomorrow to release the grand jury recordings in the Breonna Taylor case. Cameron was supposed to release the materials yesterday afternoon, but asked for more time to redact names and personal information of witnesses and private citizens from the 20 hours of audio recordings. And lastly, an arrest has been made in connection with last month's Compton shooting of two Los Angeles sheriff's deputies. A 36-year-old ex-convict, Deontay Murray, pleaded not guilty yesterday to attempted murder and other charges related to the ambush shooting on September 12th. His bail is set at just over $6 million. Well, y'all, that's a quick look at news headlines. What's happening in sports, Rock Teasy?
Yes, indeed, man. Game one, Lakers take the Miami Heat by like 28 points in the NBA Finals. Listen, at first, of course, I said Lakers, they're going to win this series, but don't take it easy. It's not going to be a sweep or whatever. But Miami lost two of their key players last night to injury. Bam Adebayo and Gordon Dragic. So if they don't return, the series is over. It's done if they don't return. So we'll see, man. We're going to play this thing by ear. We have to wait for the much-hyped quest for Serena Williams' 24th major title because she had to withdraw from her second-round match at the French Open because of a left Achilles injury. So we wish her back to health real fast. Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. says he is down for a rematch versus Conor McGregor, but it's going to take $300 million to get him in that ring. He said, listen, man, I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. I get back in there, but 300 is what it's going to take.
That's
tonight,
a lot of
Thursday
money,
Night Football. You already know, man. Denver and the New York Jets and Thursday Night Football tonight. Battle of the Sorries. They both 0-3. Flip a coin, man. Go ahead and pick Denver on this one right here. The rest of my NFL picks will be tomorrow. That's all I got for sports right now. Gary with the T, what you got there, Pippin?
All right, y'all. The world is excited. The Kevin Hart family has exciting news to share with the world, y'all. Yesterday on Instagram, Nicole Hart, y'all, the beautiful wife of Kevin Hart, revealed that she gave birth to her and husband Kevin's second child together, a beautiful bouncing baby girl. Yes, now they named her Kiori My Heart, honey. Yes, Kiori, y'all, is in the world. She said, thankful, grateful, blessed. She wrote an image that read, 9 months y'all preparing to fall in love just for a lifetime. A little bit of heaven y'all sent down to earth. She welcomed to the world, honey, the baby girl. She said they couldn't love her even more. So congratulations, y'all, because now Kevin has 2 daughters and 2 sons. From a son and a daughter from each marriage. So I guess he's happy and excited. I guess she may have one more to make it even. Would 5 be even? Well, 5 wouldn't be even. So I guess it's 4. It's the evening. So
she's trying to secure that chick, huh?
Baby, let me tell you something, baby. So Nico ain't crazy. You know what I'm thinking. Oh, yes, honey. You better get your insurance policy, honey, because you know what you're doing. You know what
these men ain't no good, Gary.
It ain't no good, honey. So go get your insurance policy, baby, so you can sit home like the rest of the girls and eat bonbons and get a check coming through the mail, honey. So congratulations. The grand girls eat, baby. They eat bonbons, honey. And while y'all girls working hard. So congratulations to her, y'all. All right, the clue today is one of my favorite clues. My clue today, y'all, is prancing peacock. On the high end, you say prancing peacock, and on the low, you say beautiful blue-green, y'all. That's your clue for the day. Brett, what's coming up next in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Meg Thee Stallion's other friend, Jaylee, is accusing the friend that Meg ain't following no more for being paid off by Tory Lanez. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the J.C. Penney Friends and Family Sale, and
drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, bottom of the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Now, I'm going to be replacing a few explicits with nouns, so just follow me. Okay, y'all. One of Meg Thee Stallion's friends, Jaylee, has accused the rapper's former best friend, Kelsey Nicole, of being paid off to keep silent about the Tory Lanez shooting. Now, Kelsey was in the car that night of the shooting, but she has remained quiet. Now, Megan and Kelsey have also unfollowed each other and appear to not be on good terms. So in her Instagram story, Jaylee said that Kelsey told her that Tory pulled out a gun after a petty argument and did shoot Megan. She said, how can you come in my room that day at the LA house and say verbatim, Tory shot Megan? You forgot how you came back around 4 p.m. after you got dropped off telling me all the details, but how he pulled out a gun during a petty argument and got mad and shot her? She continued, but now you being quiet. You coward donkey mouse female dog. Really lied to me of all people about being injured because Tory was beating your donkey? Why you ain't say manure? But Meg's supposed to be your best friend? That's not how best friends work, and you know you wrong. God gonna handle you accordingly. I also remember you mentioning that they gonna have to pay you something. Oh, you forgot. So Jaylee also revealed that both her and Kelsey listened to the voicemail that Tory sent, saying how sorry sorry he was for shooting Megan. She wrote, remember how Tory called you and I told you to decline it, and we both listened to the voicemail of his donkey crying, saying how he was sorry for shooting her because he was too drunk. Ooh, that amnesia a fool, ain't it? Y'all keep asking why Kelsey being silent. Well, talk now, female dog, she said. Ooh, Lord. So Kelsey responded on Instagram saying she will reveal her side of the story soon. She said, go home, girl, to 10K. Good night. When I'm ready to speak my truth, I will. Until then, keep throwing rocks. I'm noting everything. She also added to those who have sent her positive messages, thank you, and it does not go unnoticed. I appreciate y'all. Lord have mercy. This is too juicy, Lord.
It sure is.
Now Tory Lanez talking about he gonna prevail. Wait a minute. Tory Lanez then went to the Instagram stories. I need him to turn off everything and just go somewhere on an island and just sit till it's time for court. But anyway, he wrote, I've never seen verified publications come together with biased opinions for a smear campaign on the artist. Dude, you shot her. But anyway, however, I still have love for each and every one of you who continue to choose money over truth. My heart and my character does not change because yours does. I don't move on social media's time. I move on God's time. I don't operate in fear. I operate in faith. I don't bow down to the lies of man. I stick with the truth of God. And for those reasons, it doesn't matter who rises against me in this hour and small season or big or small obstacle. I will prevail and rise to greatness as God said I will. You know, people get in trouble. They always bring the Lord into it. What's he talking about? Okay, let me just stop because, you know, I want to start going off. I'm going to wrap up the hot spot. I'm going to let y'all think whatever y'all want to think. But y'all heard what I said. This story is crazy. And this is how things happen when people get in trouble and you don't want to go to jail, when you want people to lie for you. Just tell the truth. Get it over with. If you did the crime, do the time. You got it. There's a consequence for everything you do.
Right.
All right, y'all. To get caught up on those stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat. We got Special K with the news you absolutely positively can't use coming up next. And hit us up for them wake up calls at 1-866-9-RICKY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. It's 26 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, it's Smiley Morning Show. It's about that time. 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Special K, what up?
What's happening, Ricky? Good morning, sir, and good morning to America. Ain't that the way we do it? I was trying to steal Glennon thing. Good morning to the radio audience.
Good morning to the listening radio audience.
Good morning to the listening radio audience. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Hey, now, you know, we did things black mama say, but, you know, we all got old black grandparents and aunties and uncles. You ever thought about some of the things they say? Things that old black folks say. Tell me if y'all heard any of these.
Right.
If you go to, y'all ever heard this one? If you go to somebody's ugly house, somebody ugly gonna answer the door.
Oh, wow. I never heard that one, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a new one.
If you go to somebody's ugly house, somebody ugly gonna answer the door.
Oh, well. That must be the new old people.
Okay.
If he ain't lying, Christ ain't a Christian.
I ain't heard that one either.
Yeah, I heard one of my grandma friends say that before.
But if he ain't lying, Christ ain't a Christian.
Yeah.
How about this one? Y'all must think fat meat ain't greasy. Gary said that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard
we
that
heard
one.
that one.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. F what you heard. And you know what the F stand for.
Right.
A lie don't care who tell it.
I heard that. Yeah.
You a lie, your feet stink, and the truth ain't in you.
I ain't heard your feet stink part.
Oh, wow.
You a lie, your feet stink, and the truth ain't in you. Don't let your mouth write a check your ass can't cash.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's one
All
right
day.
there. You said it right there.
Hey, you gotta bring some to get some.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep playing with me, I'm gonna give you what you want.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
People in
I've
hell,
heard that many times.
yes sir. People in hell want ice water.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they say with barbecue chicken, so yeah.
Wait. Hold on, they say people in hell want ice water with barbecue
People
chicken.
that I heard say people want hell with ice cold water and barbecue chicken, but they can't get it.
I ain't never heard of
heard that
barbecue
one.
chicken, boy. I don't live off likes. If I did, I'd been dead a long time ago. I guess that's
Ain't
what
nobody
it
old say that because the
When
lights.
somebody
just
say
start
somebody don't
happening.
like you. No. They're talking about when people don't like you. He don't like me. Well, if I
Oh,
ain't.
likes. I thought you said
Yeah,
likes.
likes. A hit dog or holler. We all heard that one.
Yeah, Ricky
Oh,
said
yeah.
that one.
Keep on living. You heard that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He don't know you from a can of paint.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing slick to a can of oil.
Definitely.
All I got to do is stay black and die.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Don't worry about me getting old. You need to worry. Don't worry about me being old. You need to worry about getting old.
Oh, I never heard that one, but that make a lot of sense. I believe it was said.
You ever heard this one? He ain't got sense enough to pull piss out of boot. Directions on the bottom.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Brad, you ain't never heard that one?
No.
Actually, that was an old Richard Pryor told that one about his grandmother.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 7 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue today. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's 19-year-old daughter, Willow, y'all. She is opening up about something that she hates about herself on Facebook. Watch, y'all, the Red Table Talk. She said that I, in my own life, struggled with curvier women, and curvier girls have always gotten more attention from the boys that I've liked. She said, and have ended up dating the boys that I've liked. She said, that is constantly happening, and me being their friend, but not seeing them look at me in a certain way like she admits that she wanted though. She said, now her mama said that they always see you as like the little sister. She said, and Jada said she went through that herself, and Willow replied exactly. Now the young singer and actor is not afraid, y'all, to talk about difficult topics on her weekly talk show, and she wants other women her age to know, y'all, that they're not alone in their way feeling this way. She said, you start to wonder, am I not desirable? She said, is my body just not what society likes? It does just greatly hard, she said, for a lot of girls. And she said that, her daddy tried to explain to y'all that it's more important that the boys see what's on the inside, not on the outside. And she said he was so happy, y'all, that she wasn't curvy, because guys look at girls. And she said he was like, guys, look at your brain more if you're not curvy. Do y'all agree with that? Because all y'all, Ricky, Special K, Rocky, y'all got daughters. Did y'all feel that same way?
I mean, you don't want a daughter that's overly developed at an early age, because that attracts the wrong type of attention, because a lot of men are dogs. But, I can definitely see.
But if your daughter comes out and she starts developing and she's curvy, there's nothing you can do about that. And yes, if we're curvy, we feel kind of better about ourselves, because otherwise you feel less than, or you feel like, you don't have a butt, or your boobs ain't big enough. You want the same attention that the pretty curvy girls get.
But I'm coming at it from a father's perspective. I see how girls want to, because I see it in my own girls, but from a father, you don't want a girl that's way too stacked.
You don't want them to be objectified, as she said he did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a tough spot to be in, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Rick.
Man, I'm a fan of developing later.
Me too.
All y'all fathers would be.
Thank you.
But y'all got to look at it from how she feels, y'all.
Yeah. Well, she just need to understand all the women was real curvy at a young age. That's now they on my 600-pound life.
You know what?
Wrong kind of curvy, dog.
Oh, well, there you have it, huh? There you have it. All right.
What they say, Rock?
I just can't stop eating. That's how it all starts.
Okay. All right, y'all. Moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. I did not notice. I'm going to have to make a telephone call, honey. It's been reported, y'all, that Marie Osmond, y'all, was fired, honey, from the daytime show, The Talk. Now, they're saying, y'all, after yes, baby, they fired Miss Osmond. They say after fellow hosts Sharon Osbourne and Cheryl Underwood, baby, allegedly went to CBS execs and threatened to quit unless they find Miss Osbourne. Miss Osmond.
But they said she was a diva.
So evidently, she must have been somebody. But they're saying that Cheryl and Miss Osbourne said they had to have her fired. Now, they said it was announced earlier, y'all, that Marie Osbourne would not return to the show after just one season as a co-host. Now, they said she gave the quintessential showbiz excuse of wanting to spend more time with family and to pursue other projects. Now, they said, but a CBS insider told Page 6 that Marie did not leave on her own accord. They said, although she was encouraged to spend her departure the way that she had to do it. Now, it said that show veterans Sharon Osbourne and Cheryl Underwood threatened to quit unless Marie was canned. Now, they said they pushed her to quit, but when she didn't, they made an ultimatum to the network. Now, they're saying, meanwhile, Carrie Anaba pleaded with the executive for Marie to stay, but they say it was not successful changing their minds. So I'm like, oh, my God. Marie Osmond, she come from a Christian family or what have you.
She's the whitest woman in America.
Yeah, but they say allegedly these girls had to have to be gone. They said, now, however, a different CBS inside insisted that there was no meeting with the network execs, and Osborne and Underwood never issued an ultimatum. But they're saying that Sharon Osbourne did say to Entertainment Tonight of Marie's swift demise, we've had changes, people coming in and going. So we just go with the flow. I have to say that with 4 hosts, we've got more time to talk, unquote.
Oh, wow.
Well, I guess that's straight and to the point.
I guess so, baby. She like, we don't need this girl up on here. We could talk more now.
Okay.
Marie up here with all the talking about Diana and Marie, honey. They don't need all that madness, so they like that. Let her go, child. But it's hard for me to believe that that Cheryl Underwood would be a part of it. Because I mean, African Americans don't usually have a point of view, right? They just like, girl, whatever. You just should be happy to be here. So
she walked in there with Sharon, though, honey.
Okay. Yes, okay. So she did have somebody by her side, though. But
yes, Lord.
I don't know, but we gonna follow that story, though, y'all, and we gonna see what Marie Osmond pop up there, because Marie is good, and she's a good Christian woman. Her and Donnie been around before we was even born.
She's actually a Mormon, Gary.
I know. Well, Mormons ain't Christians.
I don't think so. I think that's different.
No. Yeah.
I don't know. It might be. I don't know. What do I know?
Thank you, so you should have said that. But anyway, congratulations to them. So, all right, the Kahlua today is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today is Prancing Peacock. On the high end, you say Prancing Peacock, and on the low, you say Blue Green. That's your Kahlua for today.
All right, y'all give it up again with the team. All right, I got your wake-up calls. Get on the 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Phone lines are wide open. Call with some energy this morning. We're excited to hear from you. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, it's about that time for the wake-up call. 866-9-RICKY. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
It's time to get yourself together, 'cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
My name's AJ, man. I'm calling from Decatur, Alabama. I just want to tell everybody good morning. And Ricky, like me, oh yeah.
Happy birthday to my mother, 'cause loving you is like food to my soul. Mary Wilson, I love you. Wake up, help, wake up. This is for my sister, Davive, and her grandchildren that she's raising. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, man, I want to wake up everybody who graduated from Bethune-Cookman University down in Daytona Beach, Florida, man.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Gang of city tuned in, lock in. Come on. Yours, 'cause we gon' let them know. Let them say Gainesville, wake up. Meridian, wake up. And Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Where you at, Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Church of 67 with Pastor Brad.
Oh, good morning, Brother Ricky. I'm on fire this morning.
Yeah.
I'm on fire. I made up my mind. I had a rough weekend, and and I said to myself, I refuse to keep allowing the devil to keep beating me up.
Oh, what'd he do it?
I looked him in the face, and I said, devil, are you looking at me? I said, devil, are you looking at me?
Yes.
I said, I got something to tell you.
Yeah.
And you better listen to me good.
What'd you tell him?
I told him, don't you ever come around here.
Yeah.
Don't you want to see your face.
Yeah.
You better disappear. You better get away. You better beat it. Beat it right now. Beat it. Beat it. Beat it. Beat it. Don't be defeated. I refuse to be defeated. Just beat it. Just beat it. Look at your problems. Say beat it. Look at your situation and say beat it. Look at that boyfriend and say beat it. Beat it.
All right, Pastor Fred, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can follow me at The Real Pastor Fred.
Chicken and waffle mix up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Savannah State University's own. Hey, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, my mate, first of all, Ricky.
Yes, sir. Blake Tony, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, cuz? Hey, Saturday, look.
Hey, I'm looking at the schedule. You're not scheduled to be off today.
I know, Saturday. I know that, Saturday, but listen up. Look, I know sometimes you begin first grade, cuz you be like, boy, you ain't gonna never come to work. I know that, Saturday. I understand that, Saturday. I respect that, and I appreciate you for understanding me, Saturday. But look, I was gonna call today, but then Brett did something Monday, and now I can't call.
What?
When Brett started talking about that Tory Lane and Mid Stallion thing, now I done got it. I'm trying to investigate and find out what's really going on. Because this story got me scratched out because it's just too much. It's just too much.
Well, why don't you come to work and find out what happened?
Look, I'm putting a little team together. We trying to do some research and find out what's really going on. Because next thing you know, Tory Lane saying one thing, then Meg Stallion saying another thing, then Brad Terry reporting on that thing. You know they're going to have Gucci wrapped up in there. And then once somebody say Gucci name, then they're going to be saying Gucci shot Meg Stallion. And Gucci ain't shot no, man. Gucci ain't shot no damn Meg Stallion.
Bro, what does
he don't need to be caught up in there like that.
What did this got to do with Gucci Man?
Cause they gonna put his name in it, cause they be hating on him, and that thing, you know, Gucci name gonna be in it, and then it gonna be just a whole mess. And he trying to get his life together.
Well, I mean,
he trying to have a new baby. And
you the first somebody to put his name in it. Nobody said anything about Guwap. You the first one to put his name in there, Blake Tony.
I'm not putting his name in it. I'm saying the folks gonna put his name in it because it's just too much drama going on. And that thing, you know, they're gonna be pulling Gucci into this, and then it's just gonna be a whole mess. And he trying to do good things, and man, he don't need this stress on him, son. It's just too much.
Hey, Rod, do people pull Gucci Man, pull Guwap in the stuff?
You done said his name 3 times, Shawty. See what I'm talking about? This how I get started. Cause you already saying his name 3 times, Shawty. You done put his name in.
Well, you know what?
Why ain't come to work? You always trying to. You an instigator.
Me?
Since he put it that way.
It's all on you.
Yeah.
You an instigator.
I never even thought about it until you said something. You the one saying something.
Where you was at when she got shot? Shouted that was folks need to know where you was at. I believe you shouted.
He's stressed out, Rick. Let him ride.
I think I shot Meg the Stallion.
See, you just confessed to it, Shouty. You don't admit it. I know you did it. I ain't coming to work. I don't hang out with killers.
Man, I don't know what you've been telling. You've been smoking some good weed this morning. If you think somebody finna put Guwap in it, now you saying that I'm putting Guwap in it. I never said we ain't said Gucci Man name.
Shouty, but what did you? Shouty, you ain't never said you ain't do it though. Did you do it though?
Hey, Black Tony, we'll see you tomorrow, man. You coming to work tomorrow? You promise, man?
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
All right.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Okay, I can't say. Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the Kahlua of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. John Legend and his beautiful wife, y'all, Chrissy Teigen, just suffered, y'all, an unmanageable loss, y'all. They lost their son, honey. Their son died. Now, they're saying that Chrissy shared the devastating news recently, saying their son, who they had named Jack, couldn't survive complication. Now, they said Chrissy, she said that we are shocked and in the kind of deep pain you only hear about, the kind of pain that we never felt before. You know, Chrissy was recently pregnant. And it's obvious, you know, that she had a miscarriage and stuff or whatever. So our prayers go out definitely out to John and Chrissy during their loss. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, baby Miss Mariah Carey is opening up about her sexual encounter with Derek Jeter. And Brad, you might know something about this because I'm sure you was around.
You go.
Now, baby Miss Carey said in her new book, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, Mariah opened up, y'all, about her first sexual encounter with Derek Jeter. Now, according to the 2Fab, y'all, they said in an excerpt, the singer said that they shared a kiss and secretly talked while she was married to Tommy Mottola, but they didn't have sex until after she was divorced. She said because neither of us had wanted to cheapen. Did you hear what she said? Cheapen our romance by cheating on our marriage. She said once divorced, she said, baby, she immediately got on her private jet and flew to Tampa to see Derek on their first time. She said everything was so new and sweet, down to the smooth texture of his honey dipped skin. She said it was how it was supposed to feel. She also said that Jeter was the second man that she had ever slept with. She said ultimately, they didn't work out because they could not live up to each other's fantasies. She said both they, honey, fulfilled each other's needs at the time. And she also said Derek Jeter was a love in her life, not of my life. Unquote. Baby, Miss Carey wrote those words, honey. She's a grand girl, honey.
This early in the morning.
She knew how to put those words, baby. She said she did not sleep with that man while she was still married to Tommy and told her. She said, but once they broke up, she slept with him. Brad, is she lying?
She not lying at all. She is not lying at all. He was very much like her Joe DiMaggio to Marilyn Monroe.
Oh.
You know, when Marilyn Monroe passed away, Joe DiMaggio put flowers on her grave every birthday for over 10, 20 years till he passed away.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And they would, they would all say something like, I'm going to see you again or until I get back to the love of my life. Like that, her and Derek Jeter were kind of like that. Marilyn and Joe DiMaggio, for real.
Baby, honey, the girls need to take a page out of Miss Carey's book, honey.
She wrote them words, honey.
She wrote those words, baby. She said that, honey. I'm like, all right, Miss Carey. She said, honey, he was loved in her life, not of her life.
Amen.
All right. I'm going to go study that. All right.
You're so far away.
Okay. Okay.
Before the second show.
Before the second. All right. Moving on. Another celebrity. Congratulations goes out to Usher, yeah. His beautiful girlfriend, Miss Jen Gulagucha, honey, welcome to a baby girl, honey. And Ricky, guess what they named her?
What?
Sovereign. Miss Sovereign Bo Raymond, y'all. Now, we all know that Jesus is, God is sovereign. Mm-hmm.
From the liquor store?
What?
Sovereigns?
No.
You know, some
like the
liquor has
sovereign what the man be singing about.
Daryl Coley, honey, sings Sovereign.
Daryl Coley. He can do whatever he wants to do in sovereign.
Yes, honey. He said his daughter, baby, is going to be a ruler of unlimited power, y'all, honey. The chief of greatest are independent, honey. Yeah. So congratulations to Miss Sovereign, honey.
Derry, why you know the song? You know the church song there by Daryl Coley?
Now, you know, Ricky, that's one of my favorite songs, honey.
All right, girl, we're going to play that. We're going to play that in the morning.
Just play that in the morning.
Super Day, put down Sovereign by Daryl Coley. We're going to play that in the morning.
Yes, Lord, honey. That was one of my favorite songs, honey. He said God can do anything when he wants to, how he wants to.
How he
when
wants
he
to.
wants to.
Come on.
Because he's sovereign.
Right now.
Okay. Okay, baby, I better recognize, honey. So, but anyway, I guess, you girl, y'all better get no song now. And also,
that's a good name, though, Sovereign. That's
Isn't that a cute name?
That is.
I'm glad you could say it.
Huh?
I was just glad you could say it.
Why I keep thinking about wines and sovereigns? It's something with sovereigns at the liquor store that I see.
What that Sauvignon Blanc?
No, not Sauvignon Blanc. I know what that is, but I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Yeah, you need to tell us, baby, because we can't mess up Sovereign, honey, the one of the ruler.
We're not trying to mess it up for the.
Okay, now, the Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today is Prancing Peacock. On the high end, you say Prancing Peacock, and on the low, you say Beautiful Blue Green. That's your Kahlua for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. On the phone, we got the one and only one of the most powerful congresswomen in the United States of America. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee is a strong voice in America, in America and in Washington D.C., dedicated to social justice and equal rights. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Texas State Representative Sheila Jackson Lee. Good morning.
Feeling good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good, Congresswoman. I'm so happy you came on this morning, and thank you for everything you did for me and all of the phone calls, and just I really appreciate you in my time of need. I'll never forget it. Thank you.
As they say, we are our brothers and sisters keeper. My pleasure. Wishing you well. Excited about being on this morning. Just had just a little bit of news of something a little different from what I do, but I've been promoting Gospel Music Heritage Month. It ended yesterday, September 30th, and COVID-19, is just getting in the way of everything. But guess what? We had our Gospel Music Heritage celebration virtually. And we had Dr. Bobby Jones, Yolanda Adams, Michael Dixon, Kathy Taylor. And we just had a good time virtually. We just wasn't going to let COVID-19 beat out acknowledging how important gospel music is to America. So I just wanted to say that so I could thank them all publicly. And a lot of those names. So I just wanted to give them a thanks out, and you are so kind to let me do that. But, we're in some troubling times, and I wanted to be on this morning to help our folk out, to get out of these troubling times.
Right. And the 2020 census deadline is upon us, and there's been a lot of confusion about the dates. Now, the deadline to respond was extended to October the 31st and then moved up to September the 30th. Now, on Monday, we learned the new deadline has been moved up again to October the 5th. What's going on with that?
Well, let me just say this. The main point I want to say this morning is do your census, do your census. What's going on with that, Ricky, is that we have a conflict with the leadership in the White House and what should be done for the best interest of the American people. The best interest of the American people and your listeners is to fill that census out. It's less than 10 questions. And yes, we had gotten a court order because the White House was wrong. They don't want people of color to be counted. And whenever somebody doesn't want me to do something, as long as it is not illegal, I'm going to do it because I know that it's for my best interest. Let me tell you, we are actually getting resources for our children based upon the 2010 census. If you do not fill the census out in 2020, you will be losing. Texas, for example, if 1% undercount, we'll lose $292 million in 1 year alone. And that's just Texas. Imagine that in every one of your states that hears the great Rickey Smiley show. And I know you all hear it. You're going to lose Head Start, Medicaid, Community Development Block Grants, supplemental nutrition programs. You're going to lose $800 billion. So right now, there is a fight. I believe the court is right, but the administration is appealing. And so your deadline now, hear me out, October 5th. I'm going to say it again, October 5th, October 5th. That means you have a few days, today is October 1st, until October 5th to get those numbers up. Because the fear is that if you lived in a state like Texas, $3 trillion. If you lived in Illinois, it could be trillions of dollars. California, Mississippi, lived in Florida, lived in Georgia, lived in New York, lived across the nation, you will lose at least $1 trillion for most states and more if you do not fill out the census.
Wow. Well,
That's how bad it is.
Excuse me, Congresswoman. These population counts, they're used to determine each state's share of seats in the House of Representatives. So for those who have never filled out a census, can you explain how this affects them directly?
Oh, thank you so very much. And good morning to you. So
good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Folks, I know some of you just have to read it in the history books, how people had to walk and people died under the leadership of Dr. King and my beloved brother, John Robert Lewis, Hosea Williams, and many others. They fought so that we could vote. People don't realize that before 1965, there was a smidgen of black folk registered to vote in the Deep South. The census is part of the count that goes along with the vote. So count that, census and vote. Better vote in November, vote in October, whenever you can vote. But the numbers of people in your community directly impact on whether or not you get a congressional representative of your choosing, the way they draw the line. If they see the census says there's 10 people in your community and you've got 50, they're going to count you as 10, and you're going to have a least amount of time or a lessened amount of time to get a state representative, a city council member, a county commissioner, a school board member, and yes, a member of the United States Congress. You are absolutely right. The census, which everybody is looking at, and if they undercount and they want to calculate it or estimate it, you can be assured that they won't be estimating up, they'll estimate down. I can't tell you how important it is to be counted, to fill that census out. It impacts so much. And let me just say this, people of faith, people of color, people who are distinctive and different, let me tell you, the least attention is given to your communities.
Wow.
Please realize how important the census is. And the census is your vote of power. Now, your vote is your power, but the census gives you the right to be able to push that power around and demand the resources in your community.
Wow. So, Congresswoman, now the census has always been non-political, so why has it recently become a political issue?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm going to have to throw this in. I guess it's the same answer for someone who can't acknowledge white supremacy.
Right.
It's a terrible status that we are presently under. It's a terrible state of conditions and conflictions that we're under right now. The status that we're under now is that we have an administration that wants to deny our president. And so we've never had any political engagement, whether there's been a Republican or Democratic president. But if you have someone that grapples with the question of white supremacy, systemic racism, and institutional racism, and could not offer a moment of sympathy to those mothers and fathers who lost their children, like Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery and various individuals, the family of George Floyd and beyond, and someone who over a period of years could not denounce white supremacy, then you know that if the census is going to count the wonderful rainbow, the wonderful mosaic, the wonderful multicultural nation, then you know that it is absolutely a question of justice. And that's what it is. It is an injustice. And I would think that your listeners, because I know what kind of fighting, important leaders that you have listening to you, moms and dads, people who get up and work, first responders, essential workers, people out on the front line with COVID-19. And yes, I know some have listened who have lost loved ones, and my deepest sympathy. Then they need to know that the tools they have in their toolkit right now is to fill out that census before October 5th. Do it now all over the nation, all over the state. And then they've got to get out there and vote and make a difference, because the nation's future is in our hands. It's a life or death matter. No longer significant or historic. It is a life or death matter. So the politics of it is that this is an administration that wants to keep the numbers down. It'll keep it down, and that means there'll be less representatives coming from places that are diverse. It'll be less money going out to the needs of communities who want to see their education opportunities improved. And this means from pre-K to college, to plan to support community colleges and state colleges and historically black colleges. How about that? All of those dollars go to those things that we love and cherish.
So, Rep. Lee, if Jackson Lee, I'm sorry, if people did receive a paper census form, where can they go to check eligibility and get it completed before this deadline of October the 5th?
I'm glad you asked that question. Census offices are still open in your communities. You can just look that up on Google or look it up online, but you can actually pull down a census form right now. And again, as I said, there are less than 10 questions. I beg of you to get a friend, a cousin, an aunt, an uncle to help out elders and to help out yourself. So you can go right online and do it from the comfort of your home, comfort of your phone. But the main thing is for you to make sure that you get it. Our numbers are down across the nation. In particular, in Texas, they're down in the fourth largest city in the nation, down around 60%. In Houston, I know they're down in other cities across the nation. I want everybody that's listening to check, if you will, to check to see if you have filled out your census. You may have forgotten. We've been talking about it for such a long time. You'll be able to know when you pull it down with your name that you have, yes, filled out the census. So you can get it online, or you can check your local census office, or you can check with your local elected official, whoever is friendly, whoever you think, could be a school board member, whoever you think that you are familiar with, you can check. Check with your pastor. They have information as well. And let me just say this. All of this has to do with the dignity of your person. All of this has to do with you being treated with human decency versus human indecency. I don't know about you, but I'm going to get counted twice. I'm going to get counted in the census. I'm going to get counted as I vote legally, mail ballot, early vote, and or on November 3rd. And the reason is because I can't have the leader of this nation attacking a young woman that I know, Ilhan Omar, in our own state, serving her people, just because she happened to have been a refugee. And I've spoken to her about being a refugee. If you haven't had that experience, if you don't know what it's like to be a child, being in a place and being stateless and unable to know where your next step is going to be, then you need to not be speaking about a sister, a person who is working for her constituency. As a black woman, I'm saying enough is enough. And all of us need to get out and vote.
Now, what is the best way for everybody to follow you? How can we follow you on social media and, and all of the moves that you're making in Washington?
You are absolutely right. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook, and you can look me up. We are public, and you can find us, and we are active, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Okay, Congresswoman, I'm about to tweet you right now. I'm going to be looking to see if you're going to tweet me back now.
I'm going to do that. And you know what? There's still time to come on because I want to be able to talk about H.R. 40 and let everybody understand that, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposals, because I need you to push your congressperson to get on H.R. 40 so that bill can pass out of the House of Representatives, and I know you can do it. So if y'all keep saying H.R. 40, but as we do that, let me make sure that you fill out that census. And I believe that we will do great things together if we make sure that everyone is counted, because the baby in the house can't fill it out. But you can let us know there's a baby in the house, a new baby. No matter how old you are, that baby should be counted, and you should be counted no matter what your status is, your immigrant status. This is a count of human beings in the United States. Get yourself counted.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for United States House of Representatives, Houston's own Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Good to have you. We got Jeff Johnson up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I'm United States Surgeon General Jerome Adams, American.
Look.
And all across our nation,
Boy, Congresswoman would make an excellent Women's Day speaker at your church. I don't know, boy, if y'all invite her to speak at y'all Women's Day program, you are in for a treat. You gonna be there for a minute. Man, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson. All right, y'all. Hey, y'all see I've been doing that for years. My son Malik, when he was Malik is a fresh sophomore at Alabama State. Man, I used to sit here and do this whole morning show with my baby in my lap. Yes, sir. The whole entire morning show. When my kids would get out of bed and I would sit in here and do radio, they'll come sit right in my lap with their blankets and go to sleep, and I do a whole morning show with my kids in my lap. And I used to turn my dressing room into a daycare when I would perform on the weekends. So it was crazy. So, all right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. As y'all can see, we have about another hour. One more hour of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Thank y'all so much for watching this, man. Hope y'all having a blessed morning. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time, 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Good morning, Jeff. Jeff.
Brother, you there?
There you go. How you feeling, man?
How you feeling, man? Man, listen, I don't even know after watching that debate the other night. If COVID wasn't happening, man, I just would have got another passport and a plane ticket and just been out.
Right.
Because it just is insane that this is where we are. Now, I will say I'm looking forward to this vice presidential debate because I just feel like Kamala is going to serve Pence in just a beautiful way. But I think the thing that is most interesting to me is this conversation around Trump and white supremacy and facts that people that are even mildly surprised that he didn't denounce white supremacy. He never has. And in fact, he has doubled down at every moment possible in supporting not only organizations, but denying that there is real systemic racism. He's the one that has supported policy that says anybody that's getting a federal contract can't do sensitivity training because it's anti-American. And he, in fact, says it's racist. And so I'm not sure what we're surprised about or what we expected. I, in fact, thought that the stand by and stand ready piece or stand down and stand ready piece was what I expected to hear from him. And while he only talked about the Proud Boys, I think it's real, Rick, that the Southern Poverty Law Center in 2019 tracked 940 hate groups across the U.S. And if you look at those numbers, the vast majority of those are white supremacist, white nationalist groups. And so Proud Boys are just one. We need to be super clear, Rick, that there are white supremacist groups, and there was a report that said that since Trump has been in office, those organizations that they're tracking have increased by 55%, which means that he is not only emboldened their message, that he's encouraging their fundraising, their membership. And so as people are thinking about not voting and not being engaged, I'm not here to beat anybody up over the choice that they make. I just want them to be clear about the choice that they're making. And by not voting, what you are ultimately saying is, I am okay.
I can't get it. What we doing this time?
Oh, wait a minute. I got one for you.
Right there. That's
I got
the
one for
best
you.
part of that song.
Boy, that song gonna be in your head all day.
And this week, it's all about the blues. Like this.
Boy, DF Dub, stand up. Dallas, Texas, stand up. Beloved son of Dallas, Texas. Johnny Taylor, y'all, last $2. Come on.
My lady at the casino.
Oh, man. Yes, sir. Hey, man. I want to shout out everybody's granny, rest in peace. Because you know you woke up on Saturday morning, your grandma was playing Johnny Taylor, Disco Lady, and last $2. Black folks didn't have nothing, man. But I tell you what they did have. When they got their Social Security check and they bought them a couple of slabs of ribs and played that Johnny Taylor, and they would go down to the Elks Lodge and to the American Legion and play blues. I'm talking about till they get pissy drunk. And that's all right, man. Black people, Brad, come on now. Black people was happy back then. My grandmama was happy.
Yes. And that's all they needed was to have a good old time and go sit down, have a drinky drink, and hear some good old blues, some good music.
When I tell you that song don't even sound right unless it's coming through a screen.
Okay.
That song ain't coming through a screen.
Yeah. But Rick, I think
ironic how this is blues music, and blues supposed to be sad, but it make you feel good for some reason.
Yeah. But you hear what the woman said though in the song? What he said, what the woman said. She said, honey, I wouldn't be here. She wouldn't have been at that casino. She said, I wouldn't be over here, honey, if my man hadn't been treating me right. She said, I came here to try to catch him. She said, yes, she said, because he's been sneaking around every night. She said, but I got caught up over here. She said, got caught up in this scene. She said, and put all of her money in that doggone gambling machine. She said, but those last $2, she said, honey, I'm not losing these last $2, honey. She said, I'm not going to lose. She said, one going to be for my bus fare to get back home and one for the jukebox so I can hear that damn good old blues. Now, she wouldn't have lost.
Hey, Special K, what nightclubs are these? If you want to hear this song, or if you really want to go and have a good concert, because they still play this stuff, what clubs can you find, Special K? What clubs?
Well, you know, in Atlanta and Decatur, you got to go to Bigelow's. If you're down in Miami, any Big Daddy's used to be the spot.
Wait a minute, what you know about Bigelow's? Come on now.
Oh, come on now, Bigelow's about the size of the average living room in a house. We had 300 people in there. Yeah, 300 people in there, and they sell the best hot fish. Boy, you get you a hot fish plate. I'm telling you, boy. Them big, thick French fries, boy, I'm telling you.
And let me tell you something. If ever you go to American Legion or if you go to the Elks Lodge and they nice to you when they serve the food, it ain't good. But if they have an attitude and they don't greet you and they just look at you with your eyebrows up like, what the hell you want? You know that fish finna be on point.
Okay. If you go in a soul food place and they playing blues music and being rude, you about to have the best meal you ever had in your life.
I swear. What's the one over there by Clark College? Over there at Clark, Atlanta, Morehouse, little hole in the wall. Everybody, we always eat there. They got those turkey wings. They got the come on now. Come on.
It used to be several of them over there. I'm trying to think.
What is it?
What is
you talking about the restaurant or you talking about the club?
The restaurant, the little restaurant.
Oh, Busy Bee. Busy Bee.
Absolutely, Busy Bee.
Yeah, Busy Bee. Yeah,
Busy Bees.
No S. Busy Bee.
Woo!
Yeah, right across from the Walmart. Yes,
shout
sir.
out to all the players that love the song, that be wearing that outfit that come in the pack. Brought to you by what cologne, Special K? What cologne is being brought to you by?
Oh, man, it's brought to you by Juke and, let's see, Juke, Root.
Cool water.
Yeah, cool. Maybe a little cool water.
Lagerfield.
And, Lagerfield. Oh,
Perry Ellis.
Oh, all right. Now you got
all of them you can get right up there by the cash register at Ross.
Yes, sir. Our bus driver in high school, Spike, used to wear that Perry Ellis, boy. I said, what you got on, Spike? Perry Ellis, boy, you need to get you. Then you brought me some samples. I used to wear my Perry Ellis, man. I used to get the little samples from our high school bus driver. You have to ride the bus home, Spike. Hey, man, Blues Week, man, we got more, man. Wait till Friday, man. I need everybody to, if your granny is still with us and she's still living, y'all need to listen to the show Friday, because I got the blues song, the ultimate blues song of all blues songs. We might have to extend it another week, Brett, because I got about 9 more I want to play, man.
Yeah, this just feel good music.
I
It just
swear.
feel good.
I'm down with it.
Songs that stay in your head all day. Front page and more. Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time for your front page. Brett sitting in for Eva this morning, who is out sick. Brett, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat. I'm sitting in for Eva Marcel this morning with your front page news. Well, massive airline layoffs could begin today. American and United have plans to furlough 32,000 workers as lawmakers and the White House struggle to agree on another COVID-19 relief package. The House is expected to vote this week on its $2 trillion stimulus proposal. And also, Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron has until noon tomorrow to release grand jury recordings in the Breonna Taylor case. Cameron was supposed to release the 20 hours of audio yesterday, but asked for more time to redact names and personal information of witnesses and private citizens. Also, an arrest has been made in connection with the shooting of 2 Los Angeles sheriff's deputies last month. A 36-year-old alleged gang member, Deontay Murray, pleaded not guilty yesterday to attempted murder and other charges related to the ambush shooting on September 12th. His bail is set at just over $6 million. Meanwhile, y'all, the state of California is the first to adopt a law paving the way for its black residents and descendants of enslaved people to receive reparations. The legislation establishes a 9-person task force to study the impact of slavery on black people in California and recommend what kind of compensation should be provided and who should receive it. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed the law yesterday afternoon. That's awesome. In other news, last but not least, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey is apologizing to a survivor of the 1963 Birmingham KKK church bombing that killed 4 little girls. Known as the 5th little girl, Sarah Collins Rudolph survived the bombing but lost her sister and was blinded in one eye. Her lawyers have asked for an apology and compensation from the state. Governor Ivey has agreed to meet with Rudolph's attorneys. That's awesome as well. Well, y'all, that's a look at your front page headline news. Rock T, what you got popping in sports? Rock T's head.
Rock T.
For she's head.
Boy, that internet be tripping, boy.
Man.
No, it come in at the same time.
Mic check, mic check.
There it is. I told you. There you go. Coming back.
Mic check.
Gotta have
Look
faith.
at God.
Like clockwork, man. All right, man. Lakers blew out the Miami Heat last night in Game 1. NBA Finals, you know what I'm saying? And Miami lost 2 of their key players. So if these 2 players cannot come back, Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo, it's over. It's over. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. We have to wait for the much hyped quite the Serena Williams 24th major title. She had to withdraw from the second round of the French Open because of a left Achilles injury. So we hope she gets back quick. Floyd Mayweather Jr. says he is down for a rematch versus Conor McGregor. But it's going to take $300 million to get him in that ring. He said $300 million. Not get up in that bad boy. What? Tonight, Thursday Night Football, it's the Battle of the Sorries. Denver Broncos and the New York Jets, man, flip a coin. Pick the Denver Broncos to win this game. The rest of my NFL picks of the week will be tomorrow, so stay tuned for the sports genius to do what he does, all right? The Branch, you got the hot spot coming up next. What you going to be talking about?
Oh, man, I'm going to be talking about all this stuff going on with Meg Thee Stallion. Now I got to keep y'all abreast on it. Up next, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show at the bottom of the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. What up, Brett?
I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Okay, y'all, Group B, the second batch of contestants introduced in the new season of The Masked Singer last night provided a first. They unmasked without an elimination. That's crazy because the show introduced 6 new contestants, which were the crocodile, a seahorse, a gremlin, something called whatchamacallit, serpent, and a baby alien. Well, the gremlin declared, I want to take this mask off right now. Ooh, it caused all kind of confusion. He said, we've lost control. It's the Gremlin Show. That's what Nick Cannon said out loud. And then without being eliminated, Rourke, is it Mickey Rourke? I guess Jenny McCarthy's guest removed the mask and tossed it away. Child, the panelists erupted in shock and they said, I don't know what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Mick said, damn it, it's hot and I'm taking it off. I love it. Did you see it, Gary?
Yeah, I saw it. He said it was too hot in that doggone costume, so he politely took it off. He didn't care about winning or losing. So there you have it. And then, I mean, hell, he's going to still get his check anyway. So
okay, I'm not mad at him because it be looking hot in there. Like,
yeah,
it's hot. Like, do they have fans in it? Has anybody ever talked about it? Because, ooh.
Yeah, some have fans in them, so funny. They put fans in.
That's like you see people standing outside flagging you down for the car wash.
Yeah.
And they're in this big bird costume.
So it don't bother them.
Oh, right. Jesus. All right, y'all. Moving on, Chris Rock has revealed that when he met Cardi B in her heyday, he pushed for her to get a launch in a career in comedy. The comedian recently made an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, where he recalled efforts to get the rapper her own show before she became a hip-hop star. He said, my kids showed me this Cardi B girl, and she didn't have a record out or anything, and I was like, we should do a show with her. I'm not going to even say what network Rock told Fallon. So me and Cardi and her management went to get to going trying to get a show, but it never happened. She told me about her rap career at the time, and I was like, yeah, that's good, but you're a comedy star. He said, I think Cardi B is one of the funniest people. It's like Dave Chappelle but Cardi. You know what I mean? He said, like, in the standings right now, who are the funniest people in the world? He said, Cardi's right up there. She's neck and neck with Bill Burr. She's good. He said she can hang with anybody. So that's what's up. All right. What you think, Ricky?
I mean, she is definitely funny. That was the only reason why I watched Love and Hip Hop New York. And then that little mess with that dude with both of them baby mamas, keep getting them both pregnant. That was on some drama. What is his name? Dirty Feet Pete? Dirty Feet Pete.
Dirty Feet Pete. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot. Coming up next, we got Church in 60 Seconds, and we got the Praise Mix Down with the White Stone. Time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.